Hey guys, real quick before I begin this video, thank you so much. 200,000, I hit it today, the 21st of November, 10 months exactly to the day after I hit 100,000. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn all your bell notifications on, and leave a thumbs up. Welcome back to the channel. Look at that. Yeah, it's November. November, we don't see a lot of snow in Louisville. So I'm not real happy about the snow here in November. But anyways, today's video is really exciting because I'm going to show you a mod that you cannot do to the C8. You'll never be able to do this mod to the C8. And then also a couple of little tidbits. We're going to mod the Corvette, and I'm going to go over some of news and information on the 2020 C8 that you need to know. But let's get a little cold start on this Corsa exhaust from the 2016 Corvette. But before I do the C8 mod that you can't do, we are bringing the Corvette to Dynasty because Dynasty is going to be installing the Corsa headers on this car. Now, Corsa headers, or any headers that you put on here, I prefer Corsa, but Corsa headers are extremely difficult to put on this LT1 engine. It's going to create a little bit of problems for me and a lot of time. So I'm gonna have Dynasty put it on for me, and Dynasty is gonna be my place to go for any type of C8 mods that I will be doing on the car. We've already talked about some things, and we're working on a few other things that when you're buying a C8 for me, if you want some things done, once Corsa comes out with an exhaust system, if there's other things to do, cold air intakes, that we can bring it right over here and have it done even before you take delivery if I'm shipping the car from you. So it makes it really, really simple to do, and I look forward to working with Dynasty. But the Tesla's here, and I put these big headers in the back of the Tesla. So we're gonna get those, hop in there, see Hal, see Logan, and start working on this and getting this exhaust just a little bit louder. Well, a couple days have passed and I'm back at Dynasty, and look what we got right out front here, the Corvette. All right, so they have given me the dyno sheets, and I gotta tell you, I am super, super impressed with this car right here. I have not sat here and listened to this car yet, so we're gonna get ready to start this up for the first time. And they told me there's a lot of bald eagles and freedom in this car now. So put headers on it, got a cold air intake, X-pipe, and axle back. Let's get a cold start on it and see what this thing sounds like. Okay, that is some bald eagles and freedom right there. Wow, wow. And it sounds good on the interior, so you guys know me. I mean, the interior has to sound good. I don't want drone, I don't want crazy noise. And when I started up and revved it, it sounded really, really good on the interior, so no negative thoughts. So I'm gonna hop in it, drive it, probably head back to work and show a couple of the guys there and see what they think. And I don't know what to do. It's amazing. All right, so I didn't get to come back to work that day. I'm recording this actually a few days later, and actually in the middle of all of this recording, I actually recorded the vlog of going down to Bowling Green and seeing that dismantled, wrecked C8. Actually, a few people reached out to me and said a lot of information on that, and I don't know if it's stuff that I can share because they were employees of the General Motors, right? That's what I'm gonna say. So, but as we were talking that day with Hal, the owner of Dynasty, and also with Logan, who's the general manager of Dynasty, I told them that I wanted to kind of title this video of a mod you can't do on a C8. You'll never be able to do this probably on a Corvette ever again. And I have that mod right here. Yes, I bought my mod off of Amazon. I bought the mod off of Amazon. You can see we've got the car modded up with this awesome Corsa exhaust. I've been actually sharing some of these videos that I've already recorded in some Facebook groups I'm in because I love this exhaust. I've got videos of when I just did axle back. I got videos of just when I've done the X pipe, and now I have videos of doing the headers all the way back. So it's a great way of me sitting here and having great information for you guys to understand what the process was of going through all of this. So we're talking about this right here. How the heck do you buy a mod for your 2016 on Amazon? Let me see if I can open this up here a little bit and get it. Oh my God, there's a dog over there. Try to open this up. It's not opening up. Hey, wait, rip that open there, buddy.
Got you there.
Just rip it real good. Awesome, thanks. There you go, welcome, help from employee, right. Fellow coworker, appreciate that. This guy right here is what I was going to mod on the Corvette, and Dynasty said, no. Don't have to do that, Mike. I said, oh really? Why is not? Because we can just tune it out. So I did a tune on the car, effectively voided the warranty. I do have an aftermarket warranty on this, which is sold by our dealership here, and I'm not sure if that's going to be in effect now or not, so I'm not sure if I'm going to cancel that. So this guy right here is a skip shift eliminator. This is what skip shift does. So manual transmission, you're starting to drive, and when you get to the shift point, it tells you that it's going to skip number 2 and number 3 and go right to number 4. So that way it saves fuel for you. It's a horrible design, hate it. Most people do hate it. So that's what that item does on the transmission. Extremely simple fix. This is like a $15 item. I bought it too long ago. I can't return it to Amazon. So if you would like this skip shift eliminator, throw a comment down in the section below and I'll reach out to you, or reach out to me at chevydude.com and I'll just send this to you at no cost. All right, so let's talk about some C8 updates, right? So I want to get the first thing out there. There's no dealership in the country that can tell you when you're going to get your car. So my car is scheduled so far to be built the week of February 3rd. When I was out at SEMA, I talked with Harlan Charles. He was out there, and I asked him, I said, it appears to be February 3rd production week start date. And he was like, yeah, we hope so. So I don't know what I hope so means. Does that mean that there could be more delays? Does that mean that they could go a little bit quicker, get production started earlier? I don't know. So as of right now, it looks like February 3rd, 2020 is start of production. They'll go on a 4 to 6 week quality hold. So you're probably looking at March time before a C8 gets delivered to a dealership. So let's talk about what happened before the strike. Before the strike, they had all of this set up of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks of what was going to be available. 1LT, front lift width without magnetic ride control, color, stuff like that. So starting in December, regardless of what you want to order, you can order. There's no so-called rollout schedule for colors, options, trim levels, stuff like that. So if you're going to order with your dealer in December, you can order whatever you want as far as color, as far as trim levels, and then the only options that would be on constraint would be what was on the weekly constraint list, which I will update those every Thursday. I believe the numbers are, I believe the dates are, I should say, is December 5th. I think that's a Thursday. That is the first day that dealerships will do their consensus. So that's when they will be saying, hey, we want to make orders for all of our vehicles, not just Corvettes. Then on December 12th, another Thursday, a week later, they will be given their allocations for all said vehicles, including Corvettes. So that'll be the first day in December that we will be able to order a Corvette since the strike. So there's been no Corvette ordering in, I think, all of October and all of November. So for 60 days, we have not ordered a C8 Corvette. So December 12th will be the first day that we can start ordering
Corvettes again, as far as getting them pushed to General Motors and putting them to the next status level. Right now you're at 1100 status, you could be at 2000 status, 3000 status, so on and so forth. My personal car is at 3000 status. You can check out Corvette Forum or hop into the C8 Facebook group, which is linked in the description, and we can have communications, questions answered in there. I think that's really all there is to update on the C8. There's so much stuff out there, but I just want to update people on the big thing. With me, if you've got an order with me, if you've got a reservation with me, I promise you 100% you're getting a car from me. The issue is when, and that's with everybody. Almost any dealership can get you a car. It's just when, and we're 60 days behind schedule now before the first vehicle is going to be produced. Every car that you see out there right now is experimental cars or capture test fleet vehicles that are either going to be crushed or they're going to be pre-production that they're going to sit there and sell down the road. All right, so let's talk about how much horsepower my C7 makes. Now, I've never had a car, I've never owned a car that's ever been on the dyno. So this C7 being on the dyno is the very first car that I've ever dynoed. So this car, from the factory, should have about 391 wheel horsepower. I think that's pretty well documented out there. So we did not do a baseline pre-mod dyno. There's enough information out there where this car should be at. So this car has got a Corsa axle back exhaust extreme on it. It has a Corsa X pipe on it, and it has a cold air intake that I got out of my Chevrolet parts department. So with that being said, this car, as you see right here on the dyno, 431 horsepower with 433 foot-pounds of torque. So you see it that it was pretty even. So now Dynasty sat here and put the headers on, and they did a tune. And actually what happened was they did a dyno before they tuned it, and the car actually lost power when they put the headers on. So with that being said, they said it's not really common, but it does happen sometimes. So putting a tune on the car and making sure that the car does phenomenal under the mods that you have done is extremely important. I'm gonna answer this. Hey Eddie, how's it going, buddy? Okay, had to sell a Duramax diesel truck real quick. So we put the car on the dyno and we lost a little bit of power, and I was just saying that's why it's so important to sit there and make sure you work with a reputable person to make sure that they help you out and they got your back. So working with Dynasty, they got it all tuned up. Hal did an amazing job, and I sat here and we now have 444 horsepower right there, 444 horsepower, and we have 452 foot-pounds of torque. Look at that graph. That is amazing curves. So with that being said, now I'm sitting at 450 horse to the wheel. So I'm basically back up to the factory crank horsepower. So it's pretty impressive. So my wife drove it for the first time on Sunday, and she was like, wow, this thing is completely different, and it is. I did a tune on the Camaro, and that opened that car up quite a bit, and I absolutely love driving that car. So now we're driving this car, and it's absolutely amazing. But here's the really cool thing. So this is all Corsa system, headers, X-pipe, axle back, extreme exhaust system. The interior, no drone, very quiet. I drove it to Bowling Green and back, and it was no issues in any way, shape, or form of driving down there, listening to music. I was on the phone that morning, all that good stuff. Absolutely amazing. So I gotta say, if you are wanting to mod the Corvette and you're in Louisville, use Dynasty, and then Corsa, I think, is one of the best products out there. All right, so there is all the updates on the C7 mods. We're gonna do more mods on the C7. I think I wanna put a blower on this car. It's so much fun to drive. I just gotta find the right blower to do. So should I do Pro Charger? Should I do East Coast Supercharger? Should I do Magnuson? Is there another one out there that you guys like and think would be a better application for my C7? The only rule is I gotta close the hood. I want that to look stock. I want it to be kind of like a sleeper car, have a little bit of fun with it, and then we're gonna put some drag radials on this car, and we're gonna see how fast it's gonna go. Unfortunately, that's probably gonna have to wait till springtime because the last test and tune that's at Beach Bend is this weekend, and I'm not gonna be able to make it to Beach Bend down in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the 8th mile track here in Louisville is already closed. So that's my next goal. I wanna see how fast I can get this car going. I have ran a 12-second flat time on street tires in Cecil County, Maryland at the YouTube call out with Carmageddon, Dirty Max Jack, and with Street Speed and a few others. Andy was up there with Diablo Formula Racing. So I did run a 12 flat on this car, which is the stock 0 to 60, or excuse me, the stock quarter-mile time. So I think we can beat that now. But guys, as always, thanks again for watching. If this is the first time you're subscribing to the channel or watching the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, and turn all your bell notifications on. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day and drive safely.